Let's get a thumbnail, actually. Why not? I got a new car. So this is my 2026 Tesla Model 3 Premium, rear wheel drive, and I've had it for maybe 3 days now. This is a really cool car, man. I'll get into why I bought it in a second, but if you're new to this channel, I have 2 motorcycles and now 2 cars. Do I need 4 vehicles? No. Do I have 4 vehicles? Yes. Oh boy, there's a mosquito in the car. Anyway, I'll get into the why part in a second, but I just want to talk about this car for a second, man. This is a cool ass car. We'll use self-driving just to get around. And mind you, there's no destination set or anything. You just kind of click the button and it goes. But anyway, I bought this car because I needed a reliable daily driver, and this is exactly that. If you want the real details, I started school to be an aircraft mechanic maybe 6 months ago. I have to drive about an hour a day through like real heavy traffic to get to school, and I'm tired of that. Just balancing like school, work, and studying is really a challenge, you know. And my previous car was a 2002 Toyota Avalon that had 350,000 miles on it, and it just wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't doing it, you know. I spent a lot of time in my car. I spent a lot of hours sitting in my car. There are days where I'm done with work 2 or 3 hours early, and instead of going home, it just makes more sense to drive to school. And I've had to sit in my car for, wow, the car merged lanes. I have to sit in my car for like hours sometimes, just killing time. And my 2002 Toyota Avalon that has 370,000 miles on it, the air conditioning doesn't work very well. You know, it's just not as comfortable. It's not as cool or comfortable. Like it's just not a great car for this, you know. Also, gas prices are ridiculous right now, which is the main reason why I bought this car. I spent last month $525 on fuel for my 2002 Toyota Avalon. Also spent maybe $60 on insurance. If you factor in maintenance, which is not very high on the Toyota, but oil changes, tires probably equate to like another $50, $60, $70 a month. I don't know the exact price, but it got ridiculous. Also, my Toyota isn't the best car in the world. I know it's not reliable, and I know there are things that need to be replaced, but for a long time I just drove down the street to go to work, which was literally 3 or 4 minutes away. So I didn't really care about how reliable my Toyota was. I just let things go, right? So the alignment is completely off on the Toyota, which, you know, tires are supposed to last 30 to 40,000 miles. On my Toyota, the tires lasted, I think, 7,000 miles. I replaced them in November. I drove 7,000 miles, and now my tires are done. They're at the wear marks. I like how the car handled that situation, by the way. But my tires are at the wear marks right now. And instead of, you know, figuring out the alignment issue, which is probably new control arms, new suspension, new ball joints, yada, yada, yada. Instead of figuring that out, I'd just rather get a new car. And what Tesla was offering was, you know, 0.99% interest and free charging for a year. Now, I'm only in school for another year. I'm only in school for 1 more year. So the bulk of my driving is going to be done in the next year. Pretty much the car payment for this car covers the entire cost of my Toyota. The only thing that I really have to worry about is the insurance, which for me, because I have 2 vehicles now, this thing is $120 to insure. It's a no-brainer for me, at least. This is silly. Like, this is a no-brainer. Now, fuel prices can go down. I don't know. They might go down. They might go up. I have no idea. But as of now, this car costs $120 more per month to own than my 2002 Toyota. Now, I'm not like the average person. I drive like 120, 130 miles a day, which is quite a bit, to be honest. I want to see if this car can do a U-turn without me typing anything into the navigation. Let's see. Nope. Anyway, I'm not like the average person, you know. I'm not the person who's just driving to and from work maybe 30, 40 miles. I'm driving 130 miles. So, here, I'll take over actually. Just want to do a U-turn back down the road. But I think truly, like, if you're like one of those people that either don't know or don't believe in EVs, you really got to try one out. You really got to live with the car to understand why people are buying these cars. This is a great daily driver. I would argue the best, I can't make that turn actually. I would argue the best daily driver, especially if you have a place to charge it. Now for me, I work at a car dealership and we have chargers there that no one uses. So for me, it's free to charge. Even though I have free charging from Tesla, at my job it's free to charge. And I don't really spend any time charging the car, you know? But if I were to spend time charging the car, it wouldn't take very long. Like, these cars don't take as long as you might think to charge. I truly think that EVs, and look, I'm a big car guy. I like engines. I like anything that has an engine in it. I have a Ducati Streetfighter V4S that has 200 and whatever horsepower. Love that thing. But as for a daily driver, you can't beat this car. I don't think you can. It literally drives itself. This thing, I kid you not, and I'll try to put a video on screen, drove me through like torrential downpour maybe 3 days ago, and I really wanted to see how the car would handle the situation. It handled everything perfectly. I couldn't see the road in front of me, and the car drove me all the way home. This is I don't know, this has really changed my mind. Again, I work at car dealerships, plural, so I've driven Teslas before, but actually living with one has really changed my mind. And I've been trying to get as many family and friends to drive this thing as possible. Today I had my sister drive it, and she now wants a Tesla. It's bonkers how cool this car is, and how, I mean, we're sitting here going 45 miles an hour, not touching a goddamn thing, and the car's driving itself in complete silence. It's also, I'll take over for a second, ridiculously fast. This is a rear-wheel drive. This is not all-wheel drive, so it's not as fast as it could be. But let's see. Let's go 20 miles an hour to like 60. That's fast. That's a fast car. And then right back to self-driving like nothing happened. This is a great daily driver. I don't understand the EV haters out here. I don't get it. I like anything with wheels. I'm gonna be honest. If it's a shit car, it's a shit car. There are bad cars. I'm not saying that every EV is great. There are some bad EVs, but Tesla especially, this is a great car. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine that, you know, the higher models like the Model S and Model X are even better because they're bigger, more luxurious cars. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the reason I bought the car. Also, a lot of things, you know, one thing that no one really talks about is like the peace of mind while self-driving. I had a conversation with one of my friends today, and truly, I'm 26 years old. As a male, I'm in my mid-20s. You're a little competitive, especially on the road. You are a wee bit competitive. And, you know, road rage is a thing. When your car drives itself, you don't seem to care about the traffic around you. You don't seem to care about the car that just cut you off or that semi-truck that won't let you merge. None of that matters anymore. The car is literally driving itself. You don't care. And look, like, here I'm in the left lane. If I just click my blinker, the car merges to the right. You don't really care. Like, especially on the highway, like, during rush hour traffic at 5 o'clock, nothing matters. You're just zoned out, like, spaced out, like, mentally decompressing from a long day at work. But the internet's going to lead you to believe that these cars are horrible and that they're unreliable and blah, 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 blah. This is a great daily driver. This is a wonderful daily driver. That's why I bought mine. I mean, it's really blown me away. I've only had it for 3 or 4 days now. I bought it on Tuesday. Today's Sunday. 5 days. I supercharged it once just to see what that was like. It was seamless. You just plug the thing in and keep going, you know? It took like 8 minutes to get from, I think I was at 10%, I got to like 60. It was like 8 minutes. and I think I added, I want to say like 170 miles in 8 minutes. You know, I think the biggest hurdle for most people is going to be charging the car. But as time goes on, and you know, the infrastructure is there, this won't be a problem. But for people who own houses, or, you know, rent or lease a house, you're unaffected. You can get a charger for like $400. And a lot of times your electricity company, we'll go straight. Your electricity company reimburses you for installing a charger in your house. I think it's up to like $1,000 they'll reimburse you for. Here's a Model Y. But yeah, I mean, I have no complaints. I love this car. I've only had it 3 days, and this is a great car. I do kind of wish I got a black one just to match my bike. I did order this car from new, so I spec'd it myself. I got white on white, but part of me wishes I got black on white. But I mean, whatever. I think it looks cool next to the Ducati. It's like yin yang, you know, polar opposites. Ducati is fast, loud, and obnoxious, and this thing is dead silent. Yeah, I bought a Model 3. That's end of the video.